Alright, it looks like we're live right now. We're going to get started here in a little bit. Let me make sure. Alright, it looks like we're live right now. We're going to get started here in a little bit. Let me make sure. Test. Alright, it looks like we're live right now. We're going to get started here in a little bit. Give me 1 second, folks. I just want to make sure we're live. Give me a minute, folks. We're about to get started here. I'm just trying to see if everything is working. All right. I think it is working. Let's give it a minute here. No, I'm in the wrong account. Sorry, I'm not at home, so I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, now I know we're live. Give me a minute. I will be right back. All right. Can you guys hear me? If you can, um, well, give me 1 second. Let me try and make sure my audio is good. All right. Test, 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 test. It's low here.
and it's not allowing me. Can you guys hear me? Can you text me if you can hear me? Or maybe in the chat? Let me try editing my audio. Yeah, it's not wanting to. Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. Okay, guys, I can't do anything about my internal volume. I am so sorry. Or wait a minute. Here we go. Much better. Oh yeah. There we go. Figured it out. Awesome. Awesome deal. Okay, I'm getting ready to get started. We have a lot to cover. There's a lot going on, and give me 1 second. Sorry, we just got home. Well, to our hotel. We've been really busy doing our shows, and if you're on the YouTube channel, you can actually leave a message, or in the chat group you can talk. All right. It's not letting me delete the other live account, but let me try going into my. So doing a YouTube live, apparently I can't share my screen, and I need to share my screen with what's going on. So I have to use Zoom to make that happen. I delete this. Yes, delete forever. There we go. There we go. We are getting things all organized. I want to welcome you to tonight. There's quite a bit going on in the world. I can't talk very loud. I'm in the hotel lobby here. We're in Georgia. Um, I'm sure all of you know that there's, well, with everything going on, it's very difficult for me to put together a proper prophecy update. I and you know that if I'm in the middle of an event that we're doing, putting on a prophecy update now is a challenge. But I'm doing it because it is urgent. We got to talk. So I'm going to jump right into it, and then we can talk about it in the chat. I would recommend you get a pen and paper together. You are going to need it for this one. I am telling you, The information that I am going to share with you is maybe just drop a hello in the chat just so I know who's here. Um, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen. And here we go. Well, 1 second. I want to make sure everyone's connected. Sorry, give me a sec. Can you guys type something in the chat, or is that not allowing you to do that? Yes or no, Melissa? Okay, good. Yes, and clear volume. Awesome. Hey, Jamie. Okay, good. All right. I just needed to make sure that everybody could hear me because, okay. So there's a lot going on in terms of the urgency, which is why I'm doing this now rather than waiting till I got home to do a prophecy update, which I will do another one maybe when I get home. I don't know. We just got so much going on. But the urgency of this, just I felt like we couldn't wait. It's something that I think we have to do like now. And I think we need to be aware of what's going on. Now, as you very well know, there's a ton of scientists that have died, right? They have been killed, um, and every day. I mean, now I think the number is up to 14, with the latest committing supposedly suicide. And we're going to see the circumstances of that here in a second. Well, the question becomes why? But this didn't just happen. Obviously, it didn't just happen, but it's been going on for a while. However, the rabbit trail that led me there is what I'm going to start with. Started with Artemis. Suddenly, it seemed like we were all excited because we were going back to the moon. 50 years later, on April Fool's Day, no less. And what's interesting is we didn't even land on the moon. We went around it. And what's more interesting is the circumstances behind it. In one shot, you can see um, Artemis, or the capsule, re-entering Earth, and there's a close-up. So here it is with a flame behind it, and there's a camera pointing like right there, descending with it. Who's taking that picture? Who's taking that video? We really need to ask that question. Another question is, you have the same picture of Earth 12 hours later, supposedly, where it's dark, same cloud cover, same everything. Africa, where it was in the daytime, exact same, but 12 hours later, with the exact same cloud coverage. That raised a bunch of questions. Now I'm going to play a couple videos for you. Let me go here and try and share my screen. You've got to see this. And so the question is why? Why are they doing this? At first it was, well, they're trying to hide God. They're trying to hide um, the earth. Maybe there's no space. Maybe the earth is flat. Who knows, right? Well, what I found literally caused me to want to do this prophecy update. Here we go. Let me share my screen and play this for you. Okay, we're not hearing anything. Let me hold on, lady. Hmm. Okay, well, I will talk while this lady is talking. I don't know why the volume isn't playing suddenly. But look at the letters on that floating ball. It's going to say moon on it. And it's clearly CGI, folks. So look at it, and then he realizes it, and he moves it out of the way. Okay, but there's more. There's more. See this lady right here and this guy right here. Let me. Oh, I can't rewind that. But that lady, this lady, and this guy. Oh, here's why.
And they're not even in space. Take a look at this clip that's going viral. Tell me what you see and what you hear.
So far from home.
Y'all see that?
Like, what?
What is that?
Wait, I overheard from some of the
Here comes.
conferences, and then when I...
Okay, so it's basically a Zoom thing. I want to go on because I want to get through this as quickly as possible. There's so much. Now here is when the astronauts come out of the capsule, and
aimed it directly at an astronaut, but what do we see on that cell phone?
I wish there was a way I could fast forward this.
I want you to take a close look at this video from Space Channel. This is the pre-launch video as the astronauts walk out to meet and greet. We'll go frame by frame forward here. Let me see if I can get this. Watch very closely at the masks on the security guards' faces as they come out the door. That should look very unusual. Can you see that fakery? I'm going to back up frame by frame now. Watch the man on the left. His face. Presumably they're wearing masks.
Okay,
I'm moving forward.
this is not even what I want to show you guys. I wish I could show you. Oh, here we go. We're figuring this out together. Here we go. I mean, that's important. Don't get me wrong.
Faces
But I'm
as
going
well.
somewhere with this.
Black mask.
So they come out, right? They're going to be standing in front of the cameras, and the cameras are going to take pictures. But there's a problem. The camera is not capturing their
Something else
faces.
very interesting
Look,
happens here.
look at the camera.
This is
Right,
what I call
right
the
here.
forensics of film.
There's no orange in here.
These are things that give you a clue.
This guy
Watch what
isn't in the
happens
picture.
to
This
the
guy is not in
border
the picture.
of this man's hand.
Look,
When this man's hand,
it's CGI. It's superimposed
well,
on
you
top of
should
each
be
other.
able to already see it. Do you see that? Do you see this like spider web film? Right there. And
Okay, and they're not even there. So the astronauts are not even there. But let's move on. The two astronauts. Okay, now look at the shadow of her hand right here. She removes it. Where's the shadow of the ball? There is no shadow of the ball that's floating above her. Now, this is the same ball, by the way, we saw the word moon on with the CGI. Okay? No shadow. I'm going to go quickly here because what I want to show you. Okay, this is the same thing, but one thing I want you to know: this woman played. Now, stay with me here. Mad Max. Mad Max. What's Mad Max about? An Earth that was completely destroyed, and then it's like the remnants of the people, like Dune and stuff like that. And this gentleman, that's a little bit off camera. And by the way, who's filming this? That's another point we're not going to talk about later. But this black gentleman right here, he is the fourth astronaut on this Artemis mission. Now, here's the problem. This guy also is an actor from Fallout 4, a post-apocalyptic movie based on a game that I play a lot. And where it's the end, there was nuclear war, people went into shelters and they came out like 100 years later or something, right? Moving on. This is going to get crazy, guys. And now you have all these astronauts, and the latest one that just died, apparently of suicide. Now, the circumstances of that is crazy. And we're going to talk about that. But Nick Pope was the last person. And I personally had, not him, sorry, David Wilcock was the last person. Nick Pope and I had, I would say, about a half-hour conversation. He and I talked for a while. I had some questions and everything, and by the way, this guy was an amazing guy. I'm so upset that he died. And this gentleman from sci-fi, ancient aliens, they're dead. Like Eric von Daniken, like he just died January the 10th. All these people are dying, and the scientists are dying. What is the connection? Is there a connection to Artemis? I'm going to say there is, and what I'm going to share with you is going to shock you. Now, this person, this lady that's talking, what this was a video that he did 2 days ago. Okay? This was from 9 days ago. He has a mole there. Here he doesn't have a mole. This is one of those face masks that you see people wearing where it looks like that, like a person, like that actual person. It's not a, this is a face mask. It's not him. He has a mole here. Now that's what they're saying. Again, I'm not speculating here. But this guy's named David Wilcox, okay? The connection of David Wilcox is he worked for Johns Hopkins University laboratory for applied physics, which is connected to Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And these guys were part of, now listen, the DART program. DART stands for Double Asteroid Redirection Test. Okay, so basically what DART does is it redirects asteroids. Um, the mission is to change the orbit of an asteroid, so obviously it won't hit the Earth. And here's one that they, advertised that they did. They changed the orbit of Didymus from around the sun, and they were successful. So basically, what it is, it's like throwing darts at the asteroid to change its trajectory. Okay, well, what does this have to do with Artemis? When I share that with you, oh my goodness. Okay, let's move on. I want to get through this. So this is one of the gentlemen. This is David Wilcox. Okay, forgive me. This is David Wilcox. He is the one that he was the ninth scientist that was found dead or killed, and the latest of two were in a helicopter or a plane crash. Um, him and his son. But this guy was working on the same technology, and all of them have one thing in common: zero gravity. Zero gravity technology, and they're working in the Jet Propulsion Lab system, and they are all connected to DART. DART. Okay. And it gets better. I haven't hit the plateau of what I'm going to share with you yet, because this is insane. They were also part of APEP. APEP is the Eclipse Rocket Campaign. Now, what's crazy about APEP is what it does is it works with the atmosphere during an eclipse. Why? I don't know. But the 0 point gravity is connected to the eclipse of some way, some reason. I don't know. I'm going to get into that here in a second. I'm going to show you a couple of articles. But APEP was the first launch was in October 2023 during that solar eclipse, and then again in April of 2024, and where NASA launched two APEP missions. Um, and What's crazy, what's insane is APEP, what it means. Okay, what APEP means. We're going to get into that for a second, in a second. So it's a solar eclipse present a truly unique opportunity to study the effects of supersonic cooling shadow and its modulation of the surface and energetics of the ionosphere, whatever system, and big words here. In essence, climate control and things like that. Okay, but that's what they're saying. However, there's a darker mission, a deep mission called the zero gravity deal going on. But the question is, what does APEP mean? Huh, I am so glad you asked. Let me share that with you. APEP is the Egyptian, it means of Apophis. Apophis, or Apep, is the ancient Egyptian deity of chaos, darkness, and destruction, often depicted as a colossal serpent or a serpent of the Nile. Ah, serpent. Now, where have we heard of a serpent? Well, that is also a very interesting question. I am so glad you're asking all these clever questions, because it is the asteroid the Bible calls, has a name for, to pass Earth in 2029. When? Friday the 13th, April 13th, April Friday the 13th, 2029. They're saying that it's not going to hit Earth. It's going to miss Earth, but it's going to come much closer than many of our satellites, okay? And it is the thing about this asteroid, if it landed, if it hit the Earth, so if its trajectory, they can't change its trajectory, and it hits Earth, this is what will happen. If this, in fact, 2029 is that, then the third angel sounded, and a great star fell from heaven, burning like a torch, and it fell on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the water because it was made bitter. I think they know something, and I think these scientists figured it out. These scientists knew about this, and their connection with zero gravity, aliens, alien technology, so-called aliens and so-called alien technology, they knew something. They knew something. Now, what is the scientific name of wormwood? Are you ready? Here it is. The scientific name of common wormwood is Artemis. Oh, help me, Jesus. There you go. There you go. The scientific name for wormwood is Artemisia absinthium. Artemisia. Artemis. The mission, Artemis, to launch. Now, I believe there was a real launch of Artemis, but it wasn't the scientists going up. It was a dark mission they couldn't hide from the public. So they came up with, 10 days astronauts going around the moon. They had to give a cover up story. They had to create very quickly at that a cover story because, according to NASA, we're running out of time. And that asteroid supposedly is making a beeline, like straight line toward Earth. It is incredible. Um, and I looked up the meaning of DART, Double Asteroid Redirection Test, and the Artemis mission is a submission of DART. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys. Best coffee. Quality Inn. Who would know, right? We've stayed at so many Quality Inns. This one is really cool. We love the people here. They're great. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you wrote this down because I'm telling you, forgive me, I am super tired. I've been doing bubbles all day and the kids have been performing all day. But I wanted to get that out to you, at least the basis, because there's so much more. And I would love to get into it now, but I can't. I just, I'm in the hotel lobby, people coming, people going, and I just wanted to give you kind of a cookie crumb of what is going on. Now, I'm not saying that asteroid's going to hit. Bible says an asteroid's going to hit. A star is going to fall from the sky, and it's going to, a third of the waters is going to turn bitter, so on and so forth. I don't know. 2029 is when it's predicted. If the Bible says it hit the earth, I'm going to venture a guess that it's going to hit the earth. Yeah, it's a guess. I'm just making a guess here that it is going to hit the earth. Is it? I don't know. Let me look at the live chat. Yeah, I know Susan, right? Wow. So it's honestly, um, Melissa said, I think a lot of heads of military have been let go in recent months too. Yes, yes. There's a lot going on, and um, Trump is. I don't know. I don't know if he's really going to do it, but all the cast of um, all the cast of Ancient Aliens is dead. and then all these scientists that have all been a part of this DART mission, and the word Apophis itself is connected to APEP and wormwood, and the word wormwood is connected to Artemis. That was, Susan, Revelation chapter 8, verse 10 to 11. Yeah. Look it up, guys. Listen, I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not, you know, um, it's crazy stuff. That's all I know. But I am going to sign out here because I am extremely tired, and putting this together was very stressful for me because, you know, I've been trying to figure out my soap solutions, which I haven't had much luck with. And then on top of that, I've been trying to help with the boys, and then this came across my connection. Like, I kept seeing these videos because I monitor TikTok because of the boys, and I'm seeing these videos. Now, if you want, there's a really great video, not a video, but this guy on TikTok. Let me see if I can find his name for you. And I think, I think he's, let me see. Oh, okay, let me see. Um, Give me a second, let me find it here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but anyway, yeah, there's a lot of good content out there. So, and a lot of fake stuff. But oh, you're looking at the baldness of my head. But yeah, just keep your eyes open, stay close to God, because the time is coming where, I, if okay, so April 2032 marks exactly, or 2033, 22 to 23 marks exactly 2,000 years since Jesus was, he died and was raised again. 2033. His ministry was exactly 3.5 years, half of what the tribulation would be. So, if we do the math, 2029, 2020, 2029, 2030, 2031, or 32. So, because there was no zero, the some of the Bibles, they reference the birth of Jesus. The death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus being 32 AD. So, if it's 2029, 2030, 2031, 2032, could that wormwood be the 3.5 years? Well, if it's 2029 and we're 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, that's 3 years. So, If that's 3 years, then this year, I don't know. I don't know. Could this year be the year where we have the rapture? And if not, is this the beginning? Will this be the beginning of the tribulation? Peace treaty? I don't know. I do not know. But if it is, there's going to be a 7-year false peace treaty agreement happening. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and the hotel staff have been so kind to me, turning on the lights and doing everything here. So just look up for our redemption draweth nigh. Stay close to God because the time is short. I love you guys, and I will see you guys, Lord willing, when online. And we're coming to California. Yay! We got the contract today, so we are definitely coming to California. So I'm going to see all our California friends, Lord willing, in Woodland, California area, some Vacaville, that area. That's where we'll be. Um, if we can afford to drive to see one another, that is. So who knows by then? Probably. So I look forward to it, and but until then, I'm gonna be doing another live feed with more detail about this stuff. Probably sometime next week, Lord willing. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, stay tuned. I love you guys. Have a good night.